Here we go. What's good, everybody? It's your boy here, Mally J. Real quick, before I begin this wonderful pod, welcome back, all my viewers and watchers. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. And thanks for sticking with us. It was a long journey to get in this room. Y'all don't even want to know the beginning of it. But I'm just telling you, it was a great journey. We're here. I mean, look at the setting. I mean,
it's beautiful. It's nice.
Come on, dog.
This is real nice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
This is like your first shot at it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You had to redo all this, right? I'm assuming, or it was already floor was done and everything.
If you guys would have seen,
yeah,
the start of this place, you guys would have been like, wow. And I did it in 3 months.
Oh, you flipped it in 3 months?
3 months, 90 days. So there was like a whole bunch of flooding problems in here. I redid the floor, everything. I redid everything. The ceiling. And,
you had to put a new drop ceiling in?
Yeah, it was all flood, like brown, just everywhere. So, yeah, I redid everything, and yeah, I get a lot of compliments though.
Nah, it
like,
is nice.
Yeah,
you
people always say it's like cozy, like a home vibe in here, you know. So
it's very true.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, so take me to the time period. Like, what year was it?
Of what?
Like, you started to build this. I don't know how long you've been here.
June. I got this place in June of this year.
Of this year?
And I finished in September. I opened September 3rd. So I've only been open 3 months.
And you lit too, you popping.
She got followers?
Yeah.
She came up on my radar. I was like,
algorithm jumping?
Yeah.
Everybody running around with, she lit.
Yeah.
She lit.
So take us all the way
All the way
back.
back.
Like, did this start in high school? Was you doing your auntie's hair? Was you doing your cousin's hair? Like, where did this start?
I think it's like genetic. Like my grandma, my mother, they both braid. Well, they've braided in their time. So, but yeah, I just started braiding as a kid, like playing with dolls and stuff like that. But I never took it like serious to be like a craft or anything. And back in 2020 when COVID started, I'm like working at a nursing home, and it was just like COVID hit bad. So I'm like, I don't really want to, stay here. Let me take braiding a little bit more serious. So it just started with one boy posting it on Snapchat. Next thing you know, my follower went crazy. Yeah. So, but he actually just cut all his hair off like a couple months ago. So he's no longer my client. But yeah, I started off with just him. And at that point in time, I was braiding in my house. So I'm just charging like $20, $30, like doing like pop smoke braids, like box braids, like. Then I hit like a roadblock. Like life kind of got a little crazy for me. I ended up going to prison in September. The same day I opened this up in 2020 is the same day I went to jail.
Same exact day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not funny, but yeah. So
that's how it goes down.
Everything goes full circle.
Yep,
so yeah, I went to prison September 3rd, 2020.
How was that experience?
At first I thought of it so negative. Like, I'm like, dang, I'm in prison, maximum security prison. Like, I'm around people that's never going home. And that was my first time ever getting like in trouble, period. So, but then like time went on, and I kind of like made the best of it. I started using my time a little bit more wisely. Started braiding every single day. Every time I had rec, so you get rec 3 times a day. I'm just braiding. Like, got a client at 2, got a client at 6. Like,
you was
so the
booked,
same thing
I
do, booked out, for the week,
out,
So yeah, we trading soups, we trading chips, all types of stuff, So yeah, yeah, it helped me just get better. I definitely was not this good before I went to prison, so it just gave me more time to focus on myself and my craft. And I came home.
How long were you in?
I was in jail for 9 months. So I came home June of 2021. I got this place June 2022. So everything just went full circle.
So you
for
came
me.
out
Everything.
full speed
yes,
ahead,
I'm
now
telling
looking
you.
back, just jumped right in.
And it makes me feel like prison was meant to happen, you know?
Yeah,
like, because the dates, everything just kind of went coordination, you know? So yeah, boom. I come home June of last year. I'm on house arrest for 2 months. I started working for a barbershop called Jeffrey's. I don't know if you guys are familiar. They have one in Norwich as well. Yeah, he's like the top like barber here. There's also another guy. I don't know if you guys heard of Ariane.
Yeah, he's been around for
Yeah,
years
he's
too.
like top of the top. So those are the 2 barbers that I was able to braid for until I was able to get my own spot. So
Mally J here from Hoodie Talk. Listen, if you made it this far, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share this. Make sure you comment, talk to us, interact with me. Thanks for coming by, and hey, thanks for watching this far. Keep going. The gems and information get better. Peace out. It's that easy.
let me rewind a little bit. Before I went to prison, I started at Ariane's. Literally got to work like 2 days. Then I went away. So when I came back, I'm like, nah, I don't really want to work for Ariane because it's like it just brings back too many negative for me, and I'm trying to just, you know, go on a different route. So when I got back, I ended up working for Jeffrey. He's like great. Like, he taught me so much about just like the hair world, you know, because I'm just a braider. Like, I'm learning I'm knowing the house stuff, you know, just what I need to do in the house. I'm not really learning like
The business.
knowing the business side of it. So he taught me a whole bunch of that. I worked for him from July to March of this year. So March of this year, that's when I went over to Ariane's. I'm like, you know what? Life is a little bit smoother. The experience is a little bit out of my head. Let me go back to...
Why'd you go back?
I just needed, like, I don't know. I guess I kind of started, like, losing my momentum a little bit. Like, there would be days where braiding just wasn't... It just wasn't there every day, you know? So I'm like, I just needed a different scenery, like, I think.
Gotcha.
So I did it, and it ended up working out for me. And I haven't stopped since. So, yeah, I was at Ariane's. Ariane's, like, definitely a great teacher as well. He taught me more of, like, don't burn yourself out. Like, you know, you're good at your craft. Let's make this craft longevity. Like, the people are always going to be there. The money's always going to be there. Because before... You know, I was working morning to night.
Can't braid every head.
Yeah, like, and that was my problem. Like, I'm like, no, like, I need everybody to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like braiding 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., like, just every single day. So I'm going in on my days off, working 7 days a week, like, just really, like, grinding, you know? So he's like, you got to slow it down a little bit, because then after a while, you're not really going to be into it anymore. So, boom. Took Jeffrey's advice, took Ariane's advice, made my own masterpiece, you know. So now here we are at the Braid Hive, you know. So.
I think it's interesting because you learned it by grinding and somebody being able to say, yo, slow down.
Yeah.
Look at it full circle. While most of us are just like, hit it until we actually make it. So I find that.
And sometimes it's not always the smartest thing to do, because by the time you make it, it's just like, dang, I'm tired.
Burnt
you
out.
know? Yeah, it's like, so that's definitely like a gem that was important, because Jeffrey, he was total opposite.
Hustle.
Like, yeah, Jeffrey's like, no, like, we got to get it. And it's hard to sometimes balance the two, because, you know, Jeffrey, he has shops and shops and shops. So it's like, I want to be a Jeffrey one day, but then Ariane, like, he's been doing this since he was.
I've been hearing his name
like 14, 15 years old. So it's just like, dang. He hasn't burned himself out, you know, but Jeffrey got shops on shops, so it's like, you know what, let's just make
Two
it
different
work.
type of businessmen.
Exactly.
Which one you want to be?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, so Yeah, I opened this September 3rd. I had a big grand opening, like a little mini cookout here in the front, and had like the community come out, get free food.
The city supported you?
Who?
The New London.
Oh,
like the
yeah,
city, they support.
yeah.
Nah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
they
very
came
good.
out. We had like the grills out. What do you call it? Like little like keychains and hand sanitizers and stickers, like just things to just give back with my logo on it. And yeah, and I literally came into work the next day, and it's been open ever since. So
Is it a passion for you, or is it something you're good at? Or
so like back to like 2020, I think more so it was a therapeutic thing for me, because like depression kicks in sometimes, and sometimes you don't want to go to work, and depression is hard, but I'm happy that I beat it. Like I'm not depressed nowadays. Life is great, but it was something that helped me because I don't have to leave my house. I can do what I want, and I can do it at my own pace. I don't have to work for Dunkin' Donuts that says be here from 11 to 7. Now I'm depressed from 11 to 7, so it was just like therapeutic for me to still make my money, still be responsible and handle my priorities, but do it under my circumstances,
I love it because that's kind of like where I'm at with this shit. It's like, this is something because I didn't work for a couple months, like 4 to 5 months, but I hit this joint hard. Like I was making damn near a dime, but I was like, yo, let's do this. You can ask him. Just a studio just dropped in my hands, and we were just like, so I appreciate you being able to articulate yourself in the way that you could tell us about this. So I'm just curious, like, what was something that helped you through the depression? Like, what was that like motivation to get out?
Once I really started getting a clientele, it was like, so I had the type of depression where I didn't feel like important. I didn't feel like worth anything, So then when you get a clientele and people are coming and they're depending on you, you feel important. You feel like, so it's like, now I'm not depressed. I feel like people need me. I feel great. And it's all in a positive way because I'm making my money. I'm being responsible. It's
you're
not
making people happy. They leave here happy,
and looking good.
And when they feel happy, it makes me feel happy. So it just worked out for me. It really did.
Wow.
It did. And so now we're on year 2, and despite my roadblock, it helped. I don't think that I would be where I am today if I didn't go to prison.
You needed that to get the growth.
Yeah. I needed the time to focus in on my craft. Not that I wasn't before, but like I said, it was more like up to me. Like, I'll braid your hair when I want to. But then when you're locked in to somewhere and you have
nothing else to
do, stay here, you're just, it's just like, okay, let me braid,
That joint.
And it's like in prison, you don't have like the good gels and the rubber bands and the good combs. So it's like you're really making it work with little to nothing. So doing that in there and then coming home with all my products.
It's easy
now. Now so.
It's no problem. Yeah. So what's some of like problems, roadblocks you have since you've been open?
The hugest problem I have is the no-shows.
Oh.
So people will make an appointment and then it's time and I'm giving you 15 minutes to get here just in case, because life happens.
Yeah.
Traffic, you wake up late, whatever the case may be. And there's no communication after the 15 minutes, like where you at, and no response. So that's like my biggest thing because time is money, you know what I'm saying?
This is true.
And I do not play about my time. Like,
can't get it back.
Yeah.
You know how to get rid of those, right? The no shows. You know what to do.
I'm really 2023. I'm on a whole different.
Put the deposit down up front.
Yeah.
Make them be
and
serious.
That's the thing. I think I'm trying. Sometimes I put my heart in it too much because I know people don't have it all the time. So I'm like, let me not do the deposit thing because they may not have whatever it is my deposit fee is at that point in time.
That means that your service ain't for them.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn it. Yeah, I'm really starting to. Yeah.
Nice don't pay the bills,
exactly.
man. Good looks don't pay the bills.
Exactly.
Make it hurt.